Got a clash at the 5 spot here tonight. Can't wait to see these centers go at it.
BA, there was once a point in history where we were talking about, is the 5-man phased out of the game? And all of a sudden now you have several MVPs who occupy the position. It is unequivocally going to be a special matchup tonight.
Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in at the point guard position. Gobert with a screen on Lillard. Outside for Randle. Here's the 3. Hits a 3-pointer.
Oh, my goodness. What a response by Randle. Yes, you can make a 3. So can I.
Stolen by Conley. Pass to Edwards. The 3. Giannis with the rebound.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Prince with the bucket.
It's hard to make your way in today's NBA without being a tremendous three-point shooter. Taurean Prince doing work from beyond the arc.
And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
Kuzma finds Lopez. Kuzma outside. The 3 from Prince. Rebound Minnesota.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Sends it home from three-point land.
There's a reason Mike Conley's teammates love playing with him. If you're open, I promise he'll find you.
Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. Kuzma outside. Pass to Prince. Over Edwards. Prince can't hit.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
And the call will be against Kyle Kuzma. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Gobert. To the wing, right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Randle. That one goes in. Randle's got his second bucket on the night.
Boy, there was plenty of contact down low, but Randle assertive and able to find the finish.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Gobert with a screen on Prince. Prince against Edwards. Pass to Gobert. Rebounded by Lopez.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
And Antetokounmpo with the jam.
Beyond belief. I mean, such a creative talent. And I'm not surprised to see Giannis get flashy on the finish.
Randle outside. McDaniels passes to Randle. Fires the 3. Milwaukee with the rebound. There's 1:54 left in the first quarter of the game. You know, part of what makes Julius Randle so effective is that spin move, Doris.
He does like to use that on the interior against taller players to get enough separation. But the number of finishing moves that guy has off the spin, it is really an effective tool.
Conley against Lillard. Shot clock at 3. From deep three-point range. First shot won't go. Milwaukee has gone 2 of 5 from deep. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Conley. So Milwaukee going with almost an entirely new group here. Sims, he's checked in for Lopez. Portis comes in for Antetokounmpo. Gary Trent Jr., he's checked in for Kuzma. And it's Porter Jr. in for Prince. And a new group getting ready for the Timberwolves. Reed's checked in for Gobert. Clark comes in for McDaniels. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Anthony Edwards. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Conley. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Damian Lillard last season becoming the 51st NBA player ever to cross the 20,000-point threshold and the 17th fastest to ever do it. He said it's a great accomplishment and a rare space to be in. I'm like, man, I might be able to get 27 or 28,000 if I can stay healthy. Ryan, I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah, me either. Thanks, Allie. The Bucks have gone only 3 for 9 from the floor. Trent for 3. They get it back. Trent on the wing. Trent on the wing. For 3. That one doesn't drop.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
Right, he stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
Reed passes to DiVincenzo. From outside the arc. He can't get that one to fall. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Timberwolves ahead, up 2. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And when you consider how Minnesota is doing, guys, your thoughts?
The aggressiveness on defense has been infectious. Everyone's come to the party. I love it.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
Setting the floor for the Timberwolves. We've got Edwards, Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Miller. Then it's Dante DiVincenzo, and it's Reed in at center. Miller with it, and it's Trent picking him up. Miller can't get it to go. The Bucks trail. Antetokounmpo outside. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's on Dante DiVincenzo.
And Giannis will just about do anything the coaching staff asks. A true team player.
Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Minot's checked in. Porter's shot is off. Minnesota leading by 4. Quarter number 2. Whoa!
And this kind of six slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they played and a confidence they're not afraid to show.
Oh, the defense trying to get physical and shake up Gary Trent Jr., and he's not having any of it.
Here's DiVincenzo, and Minnesota again with a bucket.
Simple. The closer you are to the hoop, the better your chance to score.
Pass to Portis. Porter against DiVincenzo. Outside for Green. Back to Antetokounmpo. Launches it. Offensive rebound. Bucks. Outside Porter. And here is Green. That one drops, and it comes off an assist from Porter.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
Up top, Reed. Pass to DiVincenzo. Takes a 3. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. On the wing, Porter. Oh my goodness! Cocked it back and fired it home!
Oh, and there's the talent. Porter Jr., a highly skilled young player.
Out to DiVincenzo. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Great D that time from Porter. Milwaukee has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Antetokounmpo finds Porter. Outside for Green. Trent outside. There's the triple. Reed with the rebound.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
That one drops for him.
Well, Anthony Edwards plays with joy, and you love to see him get his teammates involved. Pretty pass.
And Naz Reid has proven to be a matchup nightmare for opposing big men, Dorn.
He has, B.A., and the reason is he's bigger and stronger than most 4 men. Traditional 5s are too slow to stay with him. He can space you out to the 3-point line, or he can punish you on the inside. Nas has got big-time game.
Reed for three. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Green in the post, guarded by Edwards. Offensive rebound, Trent outside. Porter against DiVincenzo, to the wing on the left. Trent for three. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo, and that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 4 assists now tonight. DiVincenzo against Porter. Outside Reed. 46 seconds left in the first half. No good from outside.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Green in the post, covered by Alexander Walker. Trent from long range. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. Reed with it. Here's DiVincenzo. Rebounded by Trent.
Might be a good idea to run the clock. Hold it for the last shot.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
Pass to DiVincenzo. The kick out to Edwards. It's stolen by Trent. No luck on that one. A big-time effort for Gary Trent Jr., providing a lot of energy for the Bucks. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We'll be back in a moment.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the half-court shot. Drum roll. They're measuring up the shot.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. One guy who's been getting it done is Gary Trent.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. Prince is out there with Damian Lillard, and it's Kuzma in at the small forward position. That's Doc Rivers 5 as we get into the second half. Pass to Gobert. And the ball out of play. The Bucks will have it. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, the Bucks creating an elite tandem last season, pairing Giannis with Damian Lillard, who said people wanted to just click right away, but when you put two guys together who have always had the ball in their hands, it's going to take time to learn how to play off of one another. It's about making sure we continue to grow. B.A.?
That's a good perspective, Allie. Thanks.
And this is exactly why you got to be up on Lillard, or he'll burn you off the catch.
Conley with the ball, guarded by Antetokounmpo. Randall, good.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Lopez can't hit. The Timberwolves trail. For three, Conley. They get it again. Pass to Edwards. That's going to be over and back. Not watching the line on that one.
Tough one. In a game where every possession is valuable, turnovers can make the difference.
And Lillard puts up a deep three. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got his 5th rebound in this one. Well, Grant, there are few players in the league who can attack a defense from the logo, but Lillard is one of them.
Yeah, and he makes it look so easy. You have to pick him up at the half-court line, and it's been that way for about a decade.
Gobert against Lillard. 6 to shoot. The 3 from Prince. Fires in the triple. Prince has got 6 points.
But just tremendous instincts from Prince. Feeling the defense, getting loose, getting into his catch-and-shoot game. Nicely done.
Conley looking for an opening. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Antetokounmpo with it. Now guarded by McDaniels. Lillard against Conley. And Mike Conley picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Trent, he's checked in for the Bucks. DiVincenzo, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. And that one's good. Lillard.
A genuine sniper from downtown. Lillard's confidence is what makes him so dangerous.
Pass to Randall. Out to DiVincenzo. Beyond the arc. Who is stolen by Lillard. In transition. Here come the Bucks. Lopez passes to Antetokounmpo. Trent left side. Back to Antetokounmpo. And Lillard puts up a deep three. And the foul on Brook Lopez. That's his first foul.
First personal foul.
Timberwolves trail by 8. Outside Conley. Inside. Gobert passes to Conley. Randall outside. Lets it go from deep. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And so Trent will bring it up for Milwaukee. And Lillard puts up a deep three. Second shot opportunity. The three is up. Rebound Minnesota. Gobert's got rebound number 7 tonight. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Trent for 3. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Randall with it. Guarded by Antetokounmpo. And there's the foul. It'll go on Julius Randall. That's his first foul of the game.
A great job to establish position and square up.
Smith, he's checked in for the Bucks. Portis comes in for Antetokounmpo. Reed's checked in for the Timberwolves. Clark comes in for Edwards. Timberwolves trail by 8. From deep, Conley. Smith with the rebound.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Trent's shot is off.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
Outside Conley. Reed, a screen on Smith. Conley passes to Reed. For 3, DiVincenzo knocks down the triple. DiVincenzo's got 9 points.
So the D giving him a little bit of space beyond the three-point line, and that's all the room he needs.
Portis gets the bucket.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
From the arc. And it's Randall that time on the assist by Reed. 11 points in the game.
Well, you've got to be decisive in catch-and-shoot situations, and Julius Randall leaves no doubt.
Conley passes to Randall. Over Portis. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it. It's good. Now just a 3-point Bucks lead.
Well, it doesn't get much easier than that. Even a decent shooter is going to make that with no pressure.
Here's Portis for 3. The shot comes out. Got it off in time. The shot won't fall. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. Milwaukee out in front, up by. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. So for Minnesota right now, we've got Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with Anthony Edwards. And it's Garza in at the 5. Got it. And here's Milwaukee now. It's a 3-point game. Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, the strength of Giannis.
And the soft touch on the floater. Giannis just making a challenging shot look effortless.
Kicks it out to Clark. The 3-ball. It's hauled in by Portis. Portis has got 4 rebounds now. Outside Porter. From deep. Kept alive. Green for 3. Good. And Antetokounmpo gets the assist. Antetokounmpo has got 5 assists tonight. Here's Clark. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Boy, drawing the defense's attention, Edwards pays it forward. Nice work on the pass.
And the big finish by Giannis.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Hauled in by DiVincenzo.
Oh, an easy look, but he decides to be a crowd pleaser. I'm sure he's upset for attempting that one.
Here's Garza, defended by Portis. Antetokounmpo against Clark. Clock at 4. Garza passes to Reed. No good on the 3. The Bucks leading by 6. Antetokounmpo outside. Pass to Porter. Here's Green. Second chance shot. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got his 6th rebound on the night, and Chris Finch has called timeout. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. And a new group getting ready for the Bucks. Lopez, he's checked in for Portis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Green. Prince is checked in for Trent. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Porter Jr. And the Timberwolves will go for a different look here. Gobert's checked in for Garza. Randall comes in for Reed. McDaniels is checked in for Clark. And Mike Conley is subbed in for DiVincenzo. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. And the big reason their team is down, the three-point line. Coach saying in the huddle, we have to battle on the perimeter. They're outplaying us from the arc. Guys?
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Randall, a screen on Kuzma. Pass to Randall. It's Edwards on the wing. Hook it, and it's Randall with the assist. Edwards got himself on the board with a 3 there.
Anthony Edwards relishes big-time moments, and he delivers right there.
Outside McDaniels. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Conley.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
Milwaukee leading by 5. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Prince. Here's Lillard. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Randall with the drive. McDaniels from long range. Conley passes to Randall. 5 to shoot. McDaniels from long range. Knocks it down from distance. And now just a 2-point Bucks lead.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
Here's Antetokounmpo.
And you can see early on that Giannis wanted to be aggressive. I mean, he's taken over at the offensive end.
Pass to Randall. And he lays it up and in. Randall's got 10 points here in the second half.
That's about trusting your guy in the clutch. Julius Randall embracing a tough opportunity.
Prince can't hit.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Edwards for 3. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Milwaukee has gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the 4th. Giannis with the jam.
And the stakes were high right there. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Here's Conley. And And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. They pin that one on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
You can see that defenders try to play with a level of physicality against Mike Conley, but this guy's such a tough competitor, he'll get to the line.
Yeah, they desperately needed those free throws, and he delivered. It's down to a one-possession game.
Lillard finds Antetokounmpo. Here's Prince. Fires for three. Oh, the trifecta!
How about Taurean Prince? The confidence to take and make a big-time shot.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Edwards, no good.
When you're not in rhythm with the three ball, why do you keep firing from there?
And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Pass to Edwards. Over Lillard. The Timberwolves again can't hit. So Milwaukee wins it. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Allie LaFour. tonight we've got two teams who aren't afraid to slow the pace of the game.
Well, B.A., it's because they're both adept at operating their half-court sets. They don't feel the need to push the tempo all the time.
So here's Portland's starting group. They've got Shaedon Sharpe. DeAndre Ayton is out there with Denny Avdia. Then there's Anthony Simons. And it's Kamare in at the 3. Kuzma, that's good.
Kuzma, rise and fire.
And it's Simons with the ball for Portland. It's a 3-point game. Pass to Avdia. Oh, stolen by Lillard. Kuzma against Simons. Here's Lopez. Gets an open look and hits it.
What a feed from Kuzma. I like when he finds the open man, and so do they.
Simons passes to Ayton. Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
For 3, here's Lillard. Pass to Prince. And here's Lopez from the arc. Portland with a rebound. Avdia outside. No good on the 3.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Blockbuster trades have become more the norm here in the NBA, Grant. Just ask Portland in 2023.
Yeah, the Trailblazers were at the center of some big moves, but that's just how it's done now. Entire teams can be restructured in the process of a single transaction.
Here's Simons after the basket by Milwaukee on the other end. And Giannis Antetokounmpo picks up that foul. That's his first foul. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Avdia from outside. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And that one's good. Lillard.
And Lillard wasting no time getting 3 back.
Pass to Avdia. 3-pointer Sharpe. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Prince can't hit. The Trailblazers have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. And Ayton with the stuff.
What a finish by Ayton, using those long arms to snatch that pass up high.
And Giannis with the jam.
Good decision making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
Rejected by Lopez. And he's able to get it back. And the basket is good. Ayton's got his second basket of the night.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
And the Blazers making a change here. Grant's checked in. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Antetokounmpo with the miss.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Doc Rivers. How they'll go about defending DeAndre Ayton came up, and coach told me once Ayton gets deep, it's too late. We need to find him early and not let him set up down low. Push him out to the line. That's a lot to be pushing around with Ayton being as big as they come, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Milwaukee in the lead. Well, Anthony Simons has credited Damian Lillard for helping him with his development.
Man, B.A., can you imagine every day on the opposite end of Damian Lillard as a young player in this league? Anthony Simons willing to listen and willing to learn. And you see how far his game has come when the reins have been handed over to him.
And Milwaukee has possession. Portland making their last shot. The 3 from Prince. That one is off. For Portland, they've gotten 50% of their shots to fall so far. They're 5 of 10. Grant, the pass to Avdia. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Avdia's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Antetokounmpo for 3, and Ayton pulls it down.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
For 3. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. A chance to go 2 for 1.
And you really must play this just right.
Out to Lillard. On the wing, Kuzma puts up a three. The shot, no good. And so Grant will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. And it's Simons missing. Simons with a steal. Now the Blazers on the move. Grant, right side. Over Kuzma. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. Tie game in Milwaukee. And back to the start. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. All right, what stands out to you from Milwaukee in this one?
You could really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
Giannis plays the 4 with Portis in its center. Gary Trent is out there with Kevin Porter. And it's Green in at small forward. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
Nice control by Grant through the tough mid-range.
Whoa! Giannis with a showstopper!
I think Giannis loves that kind of stuff right there. His dunks sometimes get vicious.
Henderson scanning the floor. High arcing shot, and he lays it in. Henderson's gotten his first bucket of the night.
When the player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
Trent from long range. It's hauled in by Henderson. The Trailblazers have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Pass to Kamari. Beyond the arc. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Yeah, you see the vision from Henderson. Just a terrific facilitator.
Bucks trail by 5. Here's Portis for 3. Cash. Assisting on the play was Porter. Portis has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance. That's a needle in the haystack shot right there. You're not going to hit that one all that often.
Here's Portis for 3. And the shot's off. 1 for 2 in this one. Portland leading by 4. Pass to Henderson. Grant with a screen on Antetokounmpo. Henderson misses.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
Well, Brent, he doesn't give you much inside the arc, but Trent Jr. is a sniper from deep.
Yeah, and Gary Trent Jr. knows exactly why he's on the floor, and that's to shoot the basketball. So continue to move, find open areas, wait for the ball, and then let it rip.
Here's Kamari, defended by Portis. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Kamari's got 5 points now in the quarter. All right, guys, a breakdown here of the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
Well, their hands resulting in plenty of steals in the early going, keeping the opposition there off balance.
They've done a great job tonight of getting out in transition, so that focus on fast break, that'll add to your total in a hurry.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Sinks it from distance.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Yeah, he's just explosive. I mean, Scoot gets off the ground in a hurry and puts some emphasis on it, too.
Antetokounmpo outside. Oh, Giannis using his size inside.
That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
For 3, Klingon buries it from 3. Klingon's got his first 3 points of the game.
And making plays isn't something Grant is worried about, but he will make smart passes if he can.
Portland leading by 8. For 3, Klingon. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Antetokounmpo has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Oh, wasted no time on that one.
Yeah, incredible range. Porter Jr. can cash you in from distance. He certainly did there.
Here's Henderson. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good.
In the NBA, you just can't let guys get to the rim.
Here's Portis for 3. Trent outside. Fires the three. Portland with a rebound. Pass to Klingen. There's 39 seconds left in the second period. Oh, great D that time from Portis. The three. Offensive board. There's the triple. And Giannis Antetokounmpo picks up that foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
He gets called for the over the back. He thought he could slip through the cracks and grab the rebound.
Well, he plays super active on the glass, so calls like this are to be expected. Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Avdia screen on Lillard. And here's Simons outside. That shot is off. No good that time. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Portland ahead. They're up by 4. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action.
Fans, let's direct your attention to center court and get ready for the half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're measuring up the shot.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. You look at Giannis Antetokounmpo. What a contribution.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Checking out the group for Chauncey Billups to start the second half. Denny Avdia out there with DeAndre Ayton. Then there's Anthony Simons. Then it's Shaedon Sharpe. And it's Kamare in at the small forward position. Well, Brent, although he hasn't won an MVP since 2020, Giannis has been a finalist every season.
Well, B.A., I just wonder if the voter fatigue is something that Giannis is tired of. Forget the voters. Maybe he just wants to focus on getting back to that level. Obviously, in the past couple seasons, you could say that he might have deserved one more. But this is one of the best two-way players in the league, and he's not going anywhere.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Kyle Kuzma the last few seasons has been pushing his scoring over 20 points per game. He said, I'm showing the league that I'm not just a role player. Having a leadership position and getting better every single game, that's what I care about. I want to keep elevating. Ryan, high hopes.
Just the 27th pick back in 2017. He's having a dynamite career.
Well, Simons loves to take threes. He's dependable from there.
Lillard left side. Antetokounmpo for 3. And another miss by Milwaukee. Trailblazers lead by 7. Simons right side. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. On the take, back to Avdia. 4 on the clock, Kamare. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Milwaukee has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Antetokounmpo against Avdia. From the paint. Off the left rim and out. Portland has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Count it. Good. Simons has got 5.
Well, Simons developing this kind of deception to get to that float game. Man, that'll take him to another level.
Sharpe finds Avdia, who is stolen by Lillard. The 3 from Prince. Counted from distance. Prince has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Prince against Sharpe.
And Sharpe is the kind of guy who gets up there in a hurry. That elevator, that's got some extra juice.
Well, Brent, there's some players who never stop talking trash on the court. Was that distracting to you?
Not really, B.A. That's kind of the fun part of the game when somebody's trying to get under your skin a little bit. If it's not just playing defense and it comes with a little chit-chat, sometimes draws your attention and makes you focus a little bit more. Wow, Prince has a little daylight, and that shot looked true.
There's Simons with a three. Giannis with the rebound. Antetokounmpo has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Lillard can't get it to go. Trailblazers lead by 3. Right around 3 minutes into this second half. Kamari, no good.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Prince. For the tie. Sinks the tray. He's got 9.
They've really picked up the energy level and have willed themselves back into this game.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team. Just fighting.
Lillard against Simons. For the lead. And it's Lillard, that time on the assist from Antetokounmpo. And now a 3-point Bucks lead.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from 3-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the 3-point line.
Pass to Lillard. Kuzma for 3. Portland with a rebound. Abdia's got 4 rebounds now. The 3 is up. Sends it home from 3-point land. Kamari's got 8.
I mean, he's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Lillard. To the wing, right side. Antetokounmpo, outside. Kuzma finds Antetokounmpo. 6 to shoot. Second chance effort. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got 7 rebounds in the game. Pass to Abdia. Lillard against Simons. He got it up. Oh, what an incredible end to the quarter. Wow. Incredible. And shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third. Both teams putting up some points. Portland ahead, up 4. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Dallas plays the 4 with Portis in its center. Kevin Porter is out there with Gary Trent. And it's Green in at the 3. Small forward. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up, and you can't knock it down.
Great positioning on the putback.
And a big board and a bigger putback from Bobby Portis.
Portland leading by 4. The drive by Henderson. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Grant. Doesn't go that time. Great D that time from Antetokounmpo. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Trent, the pass to Portis. Back to Trent. Now here's Portis. Trent outside. From downtown. Fires in the triple.
And Portis knows this system well. Try to make the good to great pass.
Some room here for Williams. Nice shot from the wing. And the Trailblazers lead by 3. Milwaukee has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Here's Portis for 3. Outside for Green. To tie it up. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo. And that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got his 3rd assist of the night. Henderson, the pass to Williams. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not careful there. And the Bucks will go for a different look here. Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Green. Prince is checked in for Trent. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Porter Jr. Lillard can't get it to go.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Here's Avdia. And it's in there.
Great decision by Simons. He's got the reputation of a score-first guard. He can dish it.
Here's Lopez. Deflected. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. And it's Simons missing. And so it's Antetokounmpo with it. He brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Trailing by 2.
Not an easy rebound at all. But when you win that kind of battle, it gets your blood pumping.
Lopez with the steal. To take the lead. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Simons with it. He's picked up by Lillard. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Simons has got 9 points here in the second half. Pass to Prince. Shoots. And right through it goes.
Well, the bigger the possession, the more engaged Taurean Prince is. Wow.
And it goes. As the official calls the foul. Count it. And he'll shoot one more at the line. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for Portland.
Well, they've had no problem getting into the heart of this defense with the dribble. And they've made the most of their chances there as well.
Well, the three-point shot has been absolutely huge for them this entire game. And let's be honest, you have to knock down threes to win games these days.
No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Avdia with a steal. And they're on the run. There's Simons with a 3. Knocks down the long J. Simons got 8 points here in the quarter.
And Anthony believing in himself that time, just zero hesitation on that J. Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
Bucks trail by 8. Lillard fires away from way outside. Good. And Antetokounmpo gets the assist.
And that is what you need in big moments. Lillard's a strong leader with competitive drive. Bingo.
Simon's shot is good.
And I think this hometown crowd is in shock as the visiting squad fires right back with a 3 of their own.
Lopez can't hit.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there. And, of course, that one was just crazy.
Avdia left side. On the clock. From the high post. Prince grabs the miss. Here's Milwaukee.
At this point, it just feels...
Oh, my goodness!
I did not know he could get up like that.
And not often we get treated to a solo alley-oop.
It takes precision timing for sure. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Now here's Simons. Here's the 3. He can't get it to go. And so Portland takes the win. Just a gutsy performance on the road.
It really...
hope you're as fired up for this one as I am. Some of the league's most exciting talent on the floor.
Oh, my, man. I am most definitely up for this one. With the athleticism on both sides, there's going to be no shortage of highlights.
So here's Portland's starting group. We've got Sharp. DeAndre Ayton is out there with Denny Avdia. Then there's Anthony Simons. And it's Kamare in at the small forward position. Lets it go from deep. Randall pulls down the board. Deflects the pass. Simons passes to Avdia. Conley with the ball. There's the three. And the three-pointer goes.
Nice, sweet lefty stroke from Mike Conley. Has really worked on that part of his game.
Avdia from outside. Again, the miss by Portland.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
McDaniels passes to Randall. That three's off the mark. The Trailblazers have gone 1 for 3 so far.
You know, I have to admire a guy like Anthony Simons. Early in his career, he was seen as undersized, but with his skill and pure athleticism, he balances the scales against bigger players, and he's become a ferocious scorer.
Portland has gone 1 of 4 from deep. And there's the foul. It's on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul. So it's Portland now. Simons finds Sharp. Second chance shot. First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one.
Good shot, gone bag. Gotta finish there.
Edwards for 3. And Ayton pulls it down. Now Portland with it. And here's Simons outside. Edwards pulls it in.
Impressive closeout on a skilled shooter. That is how you defend shots from downtown.
On target from range.
If you want the title of 3-and-D player, you've got to make 3. McDaniels has really worked on that shot.
From the right block, the putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Great activity level on the boards. Impressive. Wow.
Conley against Simons. The shot by Conley, no good.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
Hits the three-pointer. Sharp's got 5 points.
And everybody wants to see what kind of range Sharp has. Looks like the NBA three-point line won't be a problem for him.
Randall outside. Edwards for 3. Hook it. And it's Randall with the assist.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And now the T-Wolves on the break. Off target from outside. Portland trailing here. Clark, with Minnesota being a major player in the West now, Wolves Nation is howling.
Howling and growling, B.A. That's the name of their fan base. And yeah, they're excited. And for good reason. Not only is this team competitive, but they can be downright dominant at times, especially at the defensive end of the floor. Easy group to cheer for.
Outside Edwards. Fires from deep. Sinks the tray. He's got 6.
Edwards loves those long-range bombs. He's a confident shooter.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Takes the 3. Sharp grabs the miss.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
He takes it in and count it. Now 4 for 9.
Yeah, not afraid to finish at the rim. Sharp, just relentless.
It's Edwards on the wing, guarded by Sharp. Conley passes to Randall. Fires the 3. He drops it from range.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Blazers trail by 3. Avdia finds Simons. To the wing on the left. Kamari gets the 3 to fall.
You've got to have a good basketball IQ to be effective. I love the decision to kick it out.
For Minnesota, they've gone 5 of 12 in this first quarter. Edwards is doubled. Pass to Conley. Over to the wing. Outside Edwards. Three-pointer. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got 4 rebounds now. There's Simons with a three. Another three for Portland.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Edwards with it, now guarded by Simons. Edwards, no good. Portland leading by 3. Oh, rejected by McDaniels.
The length of McDaniels, a big factor at both ends.
Fades away. Offensive board. Gobert with the bucket.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
And so it's Shaedon Sharpe making highlights for Portland. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Portland.
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second. Scoot Henderson out there with Matisse Thybulle. Then it's Jeremy Grant. Then there's Klingon. And it's Kamare in at the 3.
Boy, the upside DiVincenzo has is obvious. I mean, now it's up to him to continue working on his game and keep getting better.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And the elite bigs today can score posting and facing up Clark. Can all those options make it hard to decide which way to attack?
Well, I agree with you there, and I think it's a good problem to have, quite honestly, PA. I mean, that's also, I think, where coaching and analytics comes into play. Trying to keep track of what approach is going to work best for you.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, the Timberwolves are one of the biggest.
court, Stan. They like to play at their pace.
Yeah, and there's not many teams like that anymore, but it's all about the details and execution for these teams to maximize their possessions.
And the Milwaukee starting five. Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Prince. And it's Kuzma in at the small forward. Now here's Randall. Gobert with a screen on Antetokounmpo. Here's Randall. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. That's on Brook Lopez.
You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him.
Lillard can't get it to go.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
Yeah, it's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Antetokounmpo with it. He's picked up by Conley.
The long strides of Giannis help him get down the court fast. A lethal player in transition.
Randall, a screen on Lillard. Randall outside. And it's Randall with the jam.
Oh, Randall put some extra on that slam, entertaining the fans and the broadcasters.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and that one good. Antetokounmpo has got 6 points.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Edwards, and Edwards slams it in.
Well, look, you can't let Edwards get this close to the rim because he will dunk it on you.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And Giannis will just about do anything the coaching staff asks. A true team player.
The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 4, off to a nice start. Randall, a screen on Prince. Outside for Randall, back to Edwards. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. For three, here's Lillard. He buries it from three.
And this is exactly why you got to be up on Lillard, or he'll burn you off the catch.
Here's Edwards. Prince grabs the miss. Milwaukee has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Lillard with the ball. He's picked up by Conley. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Lillard passes to Prince. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Antetokounmpo. And the Bucks getting another bucket right there.
Yeah, the mid-range is not a go-to for Giannis, but he's always looking to expand his game.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Chris Finch. We discussed the challenges a player like Giannis Antetokounmpo presents for his defense, and Coach responded saying he's a handful for sure. I told our guys to make sure we seal up any lanes to the basket and just try to make him beat us with his jumper. It won't be easy, but Coach feels like they'll be able to make it a little more difficult for Giannis. Guys?
Appreciate the report, Allie. Got a piece of it. Inside. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
And they're building up steam, getting out in front and trying not to look back.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
For three, Randall, an absolute bomb from three-point range. Randall's got 8.
Yeah, as a shooter, Randall can be practically automatic. He gets the ball and immediately has a shot cooking.
McDaniels can't hit. Milwaukee leading by 5. Antetokounmpo with it. He's picked up by Conley. Lillard outside. The offensive rebound. Pass to Prince. Fires for three. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo. And that one goes in.
And that's just Giannis making the right play, feeding the open man.
Edwards for three. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Here's Milwaukee. They're on a 16-7 run. Gobert drives in.
An awesome athlete. It's fun watching Gobert get up and hammer it down with force.
The Bucks have gone 7 of 9, a solid percentage so far. Antetokounmpo, that's good. He's got 14.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Outside Edwards. The three. It's Milwaukee with a rebound.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
And early on, they've been on a tear, just getting whatever they want offensively.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
Look, I know he wanted to answer with a three of his own, but you gotta play smarter. Play your game, not theirs.
Giannis Antetokounmpo has been on display for the Milwaukee. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
Yeah, and also a great job hustling on turnovers and turning them into points. Defense creating offense so far in this one.
We've got Dante DiVincenzo. Miller is out there with Naz Reid. Then it's Joe Ingles. And it's Alexander Walker in a two-guard. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And the shot's good.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
And he lobs it up top.
And wanting to elevate his playmaking skills, Porter Jr. continues to impress with his passing ability.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Reed, a screen on Portis. Outside Reed. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by the Bucks. To the middle. Portis, the pass to Trent. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, the Timberwolves are one of the biggest teams in the association, and Coach Chris Finch said, quote, "That's how we're built. It's part of our identity. That's what we have to lean into. We want to be big at the rim and force our size on opponents." Brian, he loves to see other teams hesitant to venture into the paint.
Hearing footsteps, right? Allie, thanks.
In terms of offense, they've been the more efficient team by far.
Well, I think it's because they're calling sets that really match up well with their personnel.
And then Portis with the dunk.
Well, you know, it's already tough to play like this at home, but it's even tougher to do so on the road.
It sure is. They've certainly accepted the challenge. The trick now is to sustain this effort.
Here's Alexander Walker. Another miss by Minnesota. And so Trent will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They lead by their biggest margin of the game. It's at 15 points. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Miller. Edwards comes in for Ingles. And Conley subbed in for DiVincenzo. And it's Antetokounmpo with the miss. Minnesota's gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. The Bucks leading by 15. Porter with it. He's picked up by Edwards. And again, it's the Bucks missing. For Minnesota, they've got 2 of 7 attempts to drop since the end of the first quarter. Oh, and a fast break for the Bucks. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
And you can see early on that Giannis wanted to be aggressive. I mean, he's taken over at the offensive end.
Here's Edwards. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. They pin that one on Giannis Antetokounmpo. Can stand while Edwards has pushed back. It hasn't stopped others from comparing him to his airness, Michael Jordan.
And that talk is more about how his game reminds one of MJ and less about greatness. Edmonds' career is just getting started.
Randall, he's checked in for Minnesota. McDaniels comes in for Alexander Walker. Stan, you've coached so many rookies over the years. What are some key things you like to see from a player coming into the league?
Well, look, you've got to have the guy, Brian, that's ready to compete at that level and has to bring that every night. From there, it's just all about learning. There's going to be mistakes, but you want guys who can learn and improve at a consistent rate.
Is it true that defense is the fastest way into the coach's heart?
Well, it's certainly a way to gain confidence, that's for sure.
Randall, the pass to McDaniels. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. McDaniels got his first 2 points.
Yeah, an underrated passer. Randall has a nice feel for the game and is willing to keep his teammates involved. B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Porter with the steal, and he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. Milwaukee shooting their 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight. And a new group getting ready for the Timberwolves. Reed's checked in for Gobert. Miller comes in for Randall. Ingles, he's checked in for McDaniels. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. Trent from long range. A rebound by Ingles. Timberwolves trail by 19. Miller right side. It's stolen by Trent.
And not often we get treated to a solo alley-oop.
Takes precision timing for sure. DiVincenzo with it. Now Porter defending. Reed to screen on Porter. Outside Reed. Ingles from outside. Hits a three-pointer. Ingles got 8.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Porter's shot is off. The Timberwolves have gotten 4 of their first 9 shots to go here in the second. Ingles from outside. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
Well, you always want to play aggressive on the boards, but he was a little too aggressive that time.
Yeah, but I don't mind the guy battling down low. Let him know there's not going to be any easy rebounds.
And a new group getting ready for the Bucks. Lopez, he's checked in for Portis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Green. Prince is checked in for Trent. And Lillard subbed in for Porter Jr. Counted from distance. He's got 6. Here's Alexander Walker. No made baskets yet. There's the 3. Minnesota again missing. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Bucks ahead, opening up a huge gap. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been a clinic out there by Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Taking a look at the Bucks. Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. Prince is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Kuzma in at the 3. Pass to Prince. Fires from deep. Another shot. And it's good. Off the back rim and in. Prince has got 8 points.
Willing passers, unselfish play. You have to appreciate this kind of offense.
A phenomenal floor general. Conley is gifted at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Pass to Prince from downtown. Minnesota with a rebound. It's McDaniels on the wing, defended by Kuzma.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Stan, a late first-round pick in 2020, Jaden McDaniels, one of the top young two-way players in the league.
Well, Brian, last season he was rewarded with a big money extension. His play tailed off just a bit, but still a key player for them moving forward.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, Anthony Edwards, his disposition just brightens a locker room. Coach Chris Finch said he's an absolute joy to coach. Always in a great mood with a great smile. It doesn't matter if he plays well or he doesn't. Every day he has the same approach and the same attitude.
And he wants to be great, Allie. There's no doubt about that.
He's been so aggressive on offense. And with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
The three ball. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 7 tonight. Puts up a deep three. It's Kuzma with the miss.
We've seen him make that shot, but not all that often.
Well, that's the shot where if you make it, everything's fine. But if not, you're going to hear about it.
And Mike Conley picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for McDaniels. Trent, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Edwards with it. He's picked up by Lillard. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul of the game.
And great job to establish position and square up.
And Minnesota making a change here. McDaniels checked in. Lillard with the bucket.
You cannot let Dame get good looks, especially from the corner.
For 3, Randall. It's cleared by Damian Lillard. And it's Lillard with the ball for the Milwaukee Bucks. From deep three-point range, they grab their own miss. Puts up a 3. Sinks that one. Now shooting 5 of 10 and looking sharp.
Lillard gets so much lift on his three-pointers. It's almost effortless how he shoots.
Conley against Lillard. Outside for Randall. Wide open look. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up. Randall's got 11 points here in the second half.
He's scoring the rock at will, but he needs more help from his teammates.
The shot by Lillard, no good.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Antetokounmpo outside. Conley against Lillard. From deep three-point land. It's Prince on the wing. Lillard with the ball. 15 points in the game. Edwards looking for an opening. Rebound, Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Trent from long range. Connects from downtown. Trent's got 8 points.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Milwaukee in total control. Down low. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Edwards fires from way outside. Sinks it. What range from downtown. Edwards has got his second basket of the game. Lillard against Conley. Back to Trent. The 3. Randall pulls down the board. Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. McDaniels from long range. Rebounded by Trent. The Bucks leading by 22.
You'd like to let the clock run and take the final shot.
Yeah, unless it's a gimme, there's no reason to put up an early shot here.
For 3, Randall. Here's Edwards. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's Milwaukee with a commanding 22-point lead going into the break. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
Well, he really just helps tie this team together. They know they can count on him to set them up.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. We've got Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Dante DiVincenzo out there with Edwards. Then there's Naz Reid, and it's Minot in at the power forward spot. So that's the Timberwolves 5. And it's Green missing.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
McDaniels from long range drops in the 3. Well, granted, you always say in the playoffs, you need a player who can score in isolation.
That's true, B.A. And in a 7-game series, defense is disrupt your set offense. If your stars can go mano-a-mano and create something out of nothing, that's often the best you can get.
Back to Edwards. From outside the arc. The rebound by Sims. Sims has got 4 rebounds in the game. Throws it up high. Randall with a steal. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Pass to Gobert. Portis with the steal. Trent against McDaniels. Jacks up a 3. And Trent the bucket on the assist by Portis. All right, let's take a look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Milwaukee.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
Yeah, another thing they did well, running the floor. They've kept the pace high and pulled away with their transition offense.
Randall, the pass to Edwards. 3-pointer. He drops it from range.
Well, you have to be careful with Edwards on the arc because he is completely fearless.
Into the lane.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
Here's McDaniels. Takes a 3. Randall can't hit. The Bucks have gone 3 of 5 since this 4th quarter started. Green, the pass to Porter. Fades. Randall pulls down the board. Randall's got 4 rebounds now. It's stolen by Green. Portis against McDaniels. Right side Porter. Now here's Portis. 6 to shoot. And a miss there on the triple. Green against Randall. 4th quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. To the inside. The kick out to Edwards. From deep. Milwaukee with the rebound. Trent with it. Randall's in his pocket. Trent, the pass to Green. Back to Trent. Portis with it. He's against Gobert. Trent on the wing. The Bucks need to get up a shot here. And here's Green from the arc. Randall with some nice D. Minnesota's got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the 4th. For 3, Conley. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Porter's got 4 rebounds in the game.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Bucks.
And they got a huge boost from their reserves tonight.
Yeah, the point differential between the 2 benches was a deciding factor in this game.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, you know, his work on the glass was a key factor, helping to turn the tide as far as the possession game, and so often that's the difference.
And that one's good from Conley.
Right back at you. Conley's a counter puncher. He knows when his team needs a lift.
Randall can't hit. Outside, Green. Anthony Edwards with a rebound. Now the Timberwolves with it. Randall, the pass to McDaniels. Portis with the steal. And there's the foul. It'll go on Julius Randall. That's foul number 2 for him.
It's just a bad foul. Gotta be smarter than this.
And the Bucks will go for a different look here. Smith, he's checked in for Sims. Connaughton comes in for Green. Jackson, he's checked in for Trent. And it's Rollins in for Porter Jr. Here's Edwards. It's hauled in by Connaughton. Milwaukee in total control. Jackson on the wing. He's guarded by Conley. And another miss by Milwaukee. Outside Edwards. There's the triple. And the miss. And so it's Milwaukee easily grabbing this one. This one wasn't even close. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight. match up at the 5 spot, Clark?
You know, Brian, we've seen strong play at the center position these last few years, and we've got 2 bigs who can each take over a game, so I think it's going to be a lot of fun watching them square off.
And the Milwaukee starting 5. Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Taurean Prince, and it's Kuzma in at small forward. Now here's Sharp. Back to Simons. Pass to Sharp. Beyond the arc. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
And everybody wants to see what kind of range Sharp has. Looks like the NBA three-point line won't be a problem for him.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Antetokounmpo. And Aiden pulls it down. Here's Portland now. And just about a minute into this first quarter. No luck on that one. For Milwaukee, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Grant, Kyle Kuzma is an instinctual scorer who gets it done in a variety of ways.
He's especially skilled inside the painted area, but he's a capable shooter from mid-range and beyond the arc. Plus, he's someone you can rely on in the clutch.
That one misses for Antetokounmpo. Well, Clark, we all continue to be amazed by Giannis. What do you like most about his game?
I just think his passion and energy and relentless effort, he gives it to you every time he steps between the line. You get the sense he's not taking any plays off, and he's trying his very best, and that's an endearing quality and something I've really admired about his game throughout his career.
Got it. Sharp's got 5.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Lillard. Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. Oh, he nails that one. 3 for 4 now.
Boy, he is so dangerous from this area, guys. Even when Giannis is defended tightly, he powers through it.
Pass to Aiden. Shoots over Lopez. Another one falls for Portland. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And Giannis with the dunk.
The combination of size and elite athleticism on full display from Giannis there.
Simons passes to Sharp. Simons against Lillard. And here's Simons. Just 5 on the clock. And yep, it's good.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, and Giannis hammers it in.
I'll tell you, he is so tough to keep down once he gets near that rim.
Yeah, he can get up even a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly how the game is played in the paint inside, guys. I mean, you can play over the top. I think you've got a big advantage.
And Giannis throws it down.
It's been Giannis's night. His points have come in a variety of ways, and as usual, he has been relentless.
Simons outside. And there's 1:38 left in the opening quarter. Trailblazers got to hurry. Got to get up a shot. 3-pointer Sharp. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Grant, there have been so many great players that have gone through Portland over the years.
Yeah, it's hard to believe it's almost 50 years since their last title. It's a great city with a great fan base. And for their sake, I hope their second title comes soon.
Now here's Aiden. Pass to Simons. Knocks down the long J. Simons has got 5 points.
Fantastic decision-making. Aiden electing to move it for the high percentage look.
Lillard passes to Lopez. Antetokounmpo up top. Simons against Lillard. Here's the 3, and the 3-pointer goes.
The moment they hit that last shot, Lillard wanted one of his own. He was determined and undeterred to strike right back.
Now here's Simons. 5 points in the game. Back to Avdia. Ayton, a screen on Antetokounmpo. Ooh, costly foul there. That'll send him to the line for 3 free throws.
You know, not the smartest play a defender can make there.
Yeah, unnecessary. I mean, make them earn those points from deep. Don't give them to them free at the line.
And some changes here for Portland. Klingon, he's checked in for Ayton. Jeremy Grant comes in for Sharp. And it's Henderson in for Simons. So Milwaukee going with almost an entirely new group here. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. Green comes in for Kuzma. Gary Trent Jr., he's checked in for Prince. And it's Porter Jr. in for Lillard. Oh, man, this has been an absolute battle in the first half.
Each team trying to establish itself. The lead just keeps going back and forth.
Back to Avdia. Grant the screen. Jacks up a 3. Not going to go that time. Giannis Antetokounmpo has been on display for the Milwaukee Bucks. He made up. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
In the early goings, their effort level has been exceptional. They're speeding around the defense and opening up options with good penetration.
They've also displayed a real unselfishness as a team, moving the basketball well, sharing the rock, and giving everybody a chance to participate in the offense.
Klingon out there with Jeremy Grant. Then it's Matisse Thybulle. Then it's Henderson. And it's Kamare in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Now here's Porter. Back to Antetokounmpo. Trent outside. And here's Porter outside. The offensive rebound. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Here's Klingon. Still no points. It's hauled in by Portis. Milwaukee in the lead. And Clark, Bobby Portis has really become a fan favorite around the league.
He sure has. He's one of my favorites. I mean, everybody loves Bobby Buckets, and I think it's because he's got a blue-collar style and mentality. He's not a guy that was super highly touted coming into the league, and he brings great energy, passion, and tenacity, and he produces.
Livingston, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Portland has gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game. Henderson for 3. Trent with the defensive effort. Milwaukee's gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Here's Portis for 3. Portland grabs the miss.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
The drive by Henderson. No good with a layup.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights that bucket is automatic.
Here he goes. And then Porter with the dunk.
He is indeed a showman now. Porter Jr. using that explosive athleticism on the rack attack. Yes, sir.
Henderson right side. Outside for Grant. The wide open shot is on the money.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Now here's Portis. He's scoreless. Here's Klingon. And he banks in the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 1.
And Klingon just owns the middle.
Out to Portis. For 3. Livingston, good. Livingston's got 6.
Hey, I'm stating the obvious here, but he was very comfortable taking that shot. Not a defender in sight.
Robbed.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Outside Porter. Pass to Livingston. There's the 3. Cash. Assisting on the play was Porter. Now it's a 5-point Milwaukee lead. Well, Grant, you were an excellent defender in your day. So who was the toughest player you had to guard?
Well, there's so many great players. Michael, LeBron. But let's talk about the late, great Kobe Bryant. I mean, he really had no weaknesses. And even if you defended him perfectly, there's a good chance he can still make the shot. Defensively, you pick your poison. That time, they gambled off the right guy.
Henderson, the pass to Graham. No good from outside. The Bucks leading by 3. Left side, Green. And then Porter with the dunk.
Really good to see Porter Jr. crash the glass like that, using that athleticism to do some real damage on the board.
Pass to Klingon. There's a screen with his first shot attempt. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Portis has got 4 rebounds now. Green with the ball. Henderson picks him up. Here's Livingston. Lets it go from deep. Oh, they get a hand on it. Here's Portis. It's hauled in by Henderson. Blazers trail by 5. Pass to Klingon. Rebound, Milwaukee. Portis has got 5 rebounds in the game.
You have to be kidding me.
Wow, that's how you take things into your own hands.
Yeah, he wanted credit for the basket and the assist on that one.
Here's Klingon. The rebound by Livingston. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. We'll be right back after this word.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot drum line. They're thinking about the shot.
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. It's been a clinic out there by Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Pretty much the entire first half, he was dominating down low.
Oh, throw it down!
Nice! My Lord, the agility on that size. Aiden's on another level.
Well, Clark, this Bucks roster is loaded with veteran talent, but their window for another run won't last long.
No, those windows don't last forever, especially with so many young teams around the league on the ascent. The Bucks may want to take a page from them and give some of their younger players a chance to grow and contribute.
Simons passes to Aiden. Here's Kamare. 5 to shoot. Fires from deep. It's cleared by Damian Lillard.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Avdia outside. And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into this second half. Milwaukee leading by 7. Here's Antetokounmpo. Ooh, strong moves from Giannis inside.
Few better than Giannis completing the play. Incredible strength plus excellent agility.
And Clark, Giannis is an endearing player in many ways. Which one of his dad jokes is your favorite?
Tell you what, B.A., I can't pick out a favorite, but I love the fact that he's got such a great sense of humor and a sense of being comfortable in his own skin. That all comes out when he interacts with the media and the fans. He doesn't take himself too seriously, and I think that's why so many people love him. How about using that 7'3" wingspan of his to gobble up offensive boards? Antetokounmpo making it happen on the glass.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver is highly encouraged by the growth of the game. He said, in addition to being the fastest growing sport in the world, we are the #1 participation team sport in the United States. Boys and girls are playing basketball in record numbers. Love to hear it, Brian.
No doubt. The game's in a great place right now, Allie. Thank you. Here's Ayton. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. Portland shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
You know, something you can point to when you're talking about their air.
Oh, Giannis picking it out of the sky.
Love the read there from Antetokounmpo. I mean, his basketball IQ is really impressive when it comes to alley-oop attempts.
Hayden finds Simons. Hayden's got space. And it falls all over the rim and in. Hayden's got 6 points in the quarter.
Doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
The drive by Lillard. The kick out to Kuzma. Simons outside. To the wing, right side. Avdia against Kuzma. There's the triple. Giannis with the rebound. Antetokounmpo's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Prince. Lillard outside. Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. And he cranks it down right on top of DeAndre Ayton.
And when the Greek Freak takes flight, I mean, he's looking to tear that rim apart. So ferocious in his throwdown. He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
The kick out to Kuzma. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. Here's Prince. Clock at 6. Misses, and you know he wants that one back.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul.
Hey, certain guys just exude that it factor. Damian Lillard is a great player and a terrific leader.
And the Bucks going with a whole new group out there. Here's Livingston. And again, it's the Bucks missing. Blazers trail by 10. Here's Benton. The shot won't fall. And it's Porter with the ball for the Milwaukee Bucks. Pass to Livingston. Launches it. Missed it there. He's 4 for 9 now. Avdia passes to Henderson. And there's a 3-second violation. Williams is checked in for Portland. Rupert comes in for Banton.
Robert Williams.
Milwaukee leading by 10. Outside Porter. Pass to Livingston. And stolen by Williams. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Here's Rupert. It's hauled in by Portis. Portis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Soft touch off the glass. Green's got his first points in this one.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
Williams in the post. 2 points. That one goes. Giannis Antetokounmpo has been on display for the Bucks. Continued to rack up points. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store. DeAndre Ayton is out there with Klingon. Then it's Denny Avdia. Then it's Jeremy Grant. And it's Henderson in at the 1 spot. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers.
Damian Lillard.
Cool, great work by Lillard in the paint.
Gotta like that attacking mindset of Lillard. I mean, very confident in his ability to score and finish inside.
Shots good by Henderson.
Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
Antetokounmpo outside. From deep. And Klingon pulls it down.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Lopez with the steal. All by himself. Here's Prince. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Prince doing a nice job with his quickness in transition. He's right there to finish the break strong.
Has to Klingon. And here's Ayton. This one for three. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Antetokounmpo has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Prince, the pass to Kuzma. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Avdia. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Lopez with it from behind the arc. Second chance shot. Pass to Prince. Antetokounmpo looking it over. 6 on the shot clock. And Giannis with the dunk.
And you know, Giannis gets to the basket in a nanosecond. It feels like nobody can stop him.
That's a costly error. Well, let's see how they bounce back.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Here's Lillard. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Boy, it is so difficult not to foul Lillard. I mean, you never know exactly how to shade him defensively because he's so versatile.
And both free throws good for Lillard.
He's making the most of every trip to the line, providing for his team.
Here's Simons. The rebound by the Bucks.
Trying to show off for the fans and give them their money's worth, just couldn't finish.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo.
Boy, that looked like a failure to communicate. You hate unforced error.
2 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Avdia, screen on Lillard. Pass to Avdia. Three-pointer. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Milwaukee leading by 16. Kuzma finds Antetokounmpo. Stolen by Ayton. Sharp against Prince. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. That's on Brook Lopez.
Gotta be careful how you guard Ayton. He's so creative at finding ways to draw fouls.
Both good from the line that time. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Lillard passes to Lopez. And Ayton pulls it down. Blazers trail by 14. Lopez with the steal. For 3, here's Lillard. That shot missing.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Avdia from outside. Offensive rebound. It's good on the putback.
And he's got such great hands. Ayton corrals rebounds and doesn't lose his touch on follow-ups.
Antetokounmpo inside. Defended by Avdia. Down low. Here's Lopez. The kick out to Kuzma. Back to Lopez. And it's Lopez with the jam.
Chalk that up. Lopez won't miss many of those.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Back to Avdia. Plenty of space. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right iron. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Milwaukee. At one point, they led by 16. Here's Prince. Pass to Lillard. Just 5 to shoot. Takes the 3. Sends it home from three-point land.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Bucks.
They looked to run anytime they could.
They set the tone with their pace. Their transition game was excellent.
And what a huge performance it was for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, and he was aggressive rebounding the ball tonight. I think his aggressiveness on the glass helped set the tone.
Simons against Lillard. Antetokounmpo for 3. And Ayton pulls it down. Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you difficult to defend.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Stolen. Now the Blazers moving it up. Outside Sharp. And so it's Milwaukee easily grabbing this one. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. athletes on the floor tonight. How do you think it'll play out?
Well, both teams want to run, so in that case, a lot of it comes to which team wants to run back on defense. You can't just outrun people one way. There's going to have to be a lot of intelligence and patience out on the floor tonight.
Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. Conley and Ant are the 1 and the 2. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle, and it's McDaniels in at the 3. Here's Kamare. McDaniels covering. Ayton with a screen. 6 to shoot. And stolen by Gobert.
Defensively, you always want to keep vision on the ball. Nice job tracking and coming away with it.
McDaniels can't hit. Avdia with it. Randall's in his pocket. Avdia passes to Ayton. Out to Simons. Sharp has the open look. And that's good from 17 feet.
And you see right there the practice time Sharp's put in. Sound shooting mechanics for a guy who hasn't played a lot of games in his career.
Well, the truth is, Stan, you lose a franchise legend like Damian Lillard, it really changes your identity.
Oh, it does, Brian. Their offense ran through Lillard for over a decade. Last year was almost a total reset. Now someone has to step up and be that guy.
Now here's Simons. Randall pulls down the board.
Well, if you give him that shot again, I'm willing to bet he nails it, especially with that lack of defensive effort.
Here are the Blazers with the ball. Almost 2 minutes into the first here. There's a screen to the inside. Out to Simons. All sorts of time. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Edwards finds Randall. McDaniels up top. From deep, Conley. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 in this game. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. On the wing, Simons. Avdia passes to Simons. Puts up a deep 3. Edwards pulls it in.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
Yeah, it's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
Now here's Simons. Pass to Kamare. Randall pulls down the board. Timberwolves trail by 4. Picked by Gobert.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Randall deciding where to go with it. Another miss. Boy, they're in a funk right now. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Chauncey Billups. He was emphatic, saying that Edwards was their main concern, telling me Anthony poses problems on both sides of the ball, and he is relentless. He doesn't let up. He wants his guys to match Edwards' energy.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Now here's Simons. Three-pointer Sharp. Again, the miss by Portland. Sharp against Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Well, look, you can't let Edwards get this close to the rim because he will dunk it on you.
Simons with it, and it's Gobert picking him up. Ayton against Conley. Here's an 8-footer. That one off the back iron and out. Minnesota in the lead. Gobert with a screen on Simons. Edwards, a pass to Conley. Edwards against Simons. There's the triple. Randall right side. Edwards for 3. Avdia pulls it in. Portland has gone 0 for 3 from downtown. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Edwards against Simons. And they double up Edwards. The kick out to Conley. From behind the arc. They grab their own miss. Randall outside. From the arc. Rebounded by Kamari. It's Sharp on the wing. And here's Aiden. Uneasy, too, on the layup.
Well, all of us coaches, we love when you can create looks in close.
There's the horn. We've seen some good defense on both sides. The score still close. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And what stands out to you from the Trailblazers in this one?
Well, I think it's pretty obvious they were well prepared defensively coming in.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
So for Minnesota right now, we've got Naz Reid. Miller is out there with Joe Ingles. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard position. Here's Klingon. Second chance effort. Hits the jump hook.
When you're facing a guy as massive as Klingon, you really have to be smart about boxing him out. I mean, he is so good on the offensive boards to be so young.
Here's Ingles. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Well, that's easy pickings for him. Unless the defense is all over him, he'll take that all day long.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Portland leading. Here's Henderson. Pass to Klingon. Lets the three fly. Hauled in by DiVincenzo. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting just 21% from the floor. And you watch Donovan Klingon. He really benefited from that extra year in college, Graham.
Yeah, the development cycle can be a little longer for centers, B.A. He cleaned up a lot offensively and took his strength and conditioning to another level.
Here's Kamari. Knocked away. Shot clock at 5.
I have no clue why he pulled up from there. At this point in the game, it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, all right. That'd be an automatic benching if I was coaching. What was that?
Miller can't get it to go. For Portland, they've gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Pass to Klingon. Takes the 3, and it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
Yeah, you see the vision from Henderson. Just a terrific facilitator.
Outside, Ingles. Three-pointer. And Klingon pulls it down. And here's Henderson. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. Here's Klingon. Fires the 3. And again, it's Portland with a 3.
Yeah, great find right there by Henderson. He is such a gifted facilitator.
Miller, a screen on Henderson. Outside, Ingles. Pass to Klingon. Launches it. Takes a 3. There's the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. Portland will have another go. Williams is checked in for Kamara.
Substitution on the court.
And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Naz Reid. That's his first foul of the game. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Simons against DiVincenzo. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Ayton. Buries it down low. And the Trailblazers lead by 6. Stan, you've coached some great defensive anchors in your time. Who do you view as the best in the game today?
Well, Brian, you probably have to start with Rudy Gobert, but we've got guys like Brook Lopez, Jaren Jackson, Anthony Davis, and then we've got 2 young ones coming up that could be as good as we've seen in Wemby and Chet Holmgren.
Portland making a switch here. Kamara's checked in. Sharp, no good. Timberwolves trail by 6. A minute and a half left in the second quarter. Reid passes to Ingles. Back to Reed. They need this. Buries it from 3. Reed's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
You're leaving him all alone? Good luck. He's going to drill that every time.
Minnesota has gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the second quarter. Alexander Walker. And they're unable to get the tying bucket there. Portland leading by 3. Pass to Kamari from deep. And the three-pointer goes.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
The 3, DiVincenzo. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got 5 rebounds tonight. DiVincenzo against Simons. For 3. It's rebounded by Minnesota. It's a one-on-one situation. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Avdia against Miller. Avdia outside. There's the 3. Pure from three-point range. Avdia's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Can't hit that one. That'll do it for the first half. Portland ahead, up 7. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Timberwolves trail by 7. We've got Anthony Simons. Avdia out there with DeAndre Ayton. Then they're Sharp, and it's Kamari in at the 3 slot. That's the group starting the second half for Chauncey Billups. Well, the Trailblazers shooting just under 40% from the field. Pass to Ayton. From 11 feet away. Will not go. Misses off the front iron. The Timberwolves shooting just around 26% for the game. Randall right side. Shoots over Ayton. Randall can't hit.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Simons outside. And here's Ayton. He's guarded by Conley. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And the Timberwolves with possession here. 7-point differential. Drills it from deep. Conley's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Just a smart offensive player. Conley is aware of when he should look to rise and fire. Woo, I love it.
Pass to Kamari. The 3. Randall pulls down the board. And here's Randall. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. No good from outside. Portland leading by 4. Here's Ayton. Again, the miss by Portland. The Timberwolves have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. Randall, good.
Why do lefty shots look so pretty? Like that one from Randall, man. I wish I shot at lefty.
It's Sharp on the wing. Money from the wing.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Randall outside. Outside McDaniels. And there's the foul. It's on DeAndre Ayton. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Puts it up off the inbound. Edwards. Outside for Randall. From deep three-point land. That won't go either for Randall. Portland has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Ayton finds Sharp. Lets it go from 14. It's rebounded by Minnesota. McDaniels from long range. Avdia pulls it in. Avdia's got 4 rebounds in the game. Trailblazers lead by 4. Simons outside. This one for three. Gets the three to fall. Simons got 5 points.
Well, clearly some sort of defensive breakdown there. He is not the kind of guy you give room to at the arc.
And there's the foul. It's on DeAndre Ayton. That'll be a second foul of the game. So for the Blazers, Grant comes in for Sharp, and it's Henderson in for Simons. The Timberwolves also with a sub. Alexander Walker's checked in. Anthony Edwards reins one in.
Well, you have to be careful with Edwards on the arc because he is completely fearless.
Avdia from outside. Rebound Minnesota. Edwards got 4 rebounds now. Alexander Walker, the pass to Conley. The three. Randall can't hit. The Trailblazers have gotten just 25% of their shots to fall since the half. 2 for 8. Avdia from outside. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got 4 rebounds in the game. The drive by Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
This is the energy Randall provides. When he's charging inside, he wants to hammer it down.
The Timberwolves trail. Left side Conley. Outside Alexander Walker. Gobert passes to Conley. Over Henderson. No good. That would have tied it. Portland has gone just 1 of 6 from long distance here in the third. The shots just aren't falling. Avdia, good.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Randall, a screen on Henderson. Right wing. Fires the three. Here's Edwards. Gets the bucket and the foul. It goes on Denny Avdia.
Well, as a scorer, Edwards finds his points in so many ways.
So for the Blazers, Klingin, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Williams comes in for Avdia, and it's Thibault in for Kamara. 2 for 1 opportunity here.
Hey, if I'm in their shoes, I'd go for it.
Here's Klingin. Nice D from Reed. Minnesota shooting a disappointing 38%. And here's Edwards outside. Williams grabs the board.
I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving it.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Over to the wing. Back to Grant. To the wing, right side. Here's Klingin. Can't connect from 13 feet out. Here's Clark. And that's not gonna go. Misses at the buzzer. It's still anybody's game as we reached. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the court for Minnesota, Dante DiVincenzo out there with Anthony Edwards. Then there's Naz Reid, and it's Minot in at power forward. And Minnesota will go for a different look here. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Reid. Randall comes in for Minot. McDaniels is checked in for Clark. And Mike Conley is subbed in for DiVincenzo. It's Edwards on the wing, covered by Thibault. For three, Randall. It's rebounded by Grant. Grant's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Klingin, defended by Gobert. Klingin's shot is off. Timberwolves trail by 4. It's stolen by Henderson. Shoots a fadeaway. Klingin's shot is off. And here's Gobert. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Conley passes to Gobert. Strong finish by Gobert.
When Gobert is close like that, you know he's going to try and ram it through.
Pass to Klingin, and stolen by Gobert. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. And Edwards slams it in.
Yeah, Edwards has some big bounce in his step.
Here's Klingon. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
The sharp interior passing is so important. The best way to create high percentage buckets.
Randall, left side. The kick out to Conley. Randall against Grant. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Here's Klingon, guarded by Edwards. It's rebounded by Anthony Edwards. Edwards got his 6th rebound on the night. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. The kick out to Conley. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
I like seeing Conley look for his shot because it puts defenses in compromising situations.
So Portland ends up going with a new group, and Conley drops them both.
It's not luck that he's so steady at the line. It's through repetition and hard work.
Aiden, no good.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Another miss by Minnesota. Boy, you love how guys are making plays for one another here.
Yeah, just a balanced attack, a total team effort.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of it from distance. But look, he's got to find something easier.
Randall, the pass to Conley. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Gobert. Outside Edwards to take the lead. Ooh, give him his 5th make of the game in 10 attempts.
Well, we talk about ice in his veins a lot, but this guy personifies that. What a clutch shot.
Here's Ayton to the left wing. Here's Kamari. Connects from downtown.
Love seeing this from Aiden. Dependable at finding his teammates in their spots.
Edwards with it. Optia picks him up. Outside for Randall. Back to Edwards. 3-pointer. Book it. And it's Randall with the assist. Edwards has got 8 points here in the quarter.
Well, you need a bucket? Give it to Edwards. He's got that clutch gene.
Avdia passes to Sharp. Back to Avdia. Lets it go from deep. And it's Gobert with a rebound. For Minnesota, they've got 4 of 8 shots to drop here in this final quarter.
Well, Edwards brings so much power to his game inside.
He gets the first, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws good, and it's a 5-point game.
Great work at the line under pressure. They're that much closer to putting this game away.
Oh, he nails it! What a beautiful shot! Brings him within 3.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game, and that one was easy.
Well, with him, he's dangerous because he's so confident. He wants to deliver in these moments.
Conley up top. He's covered by Simons. McDaniels from long range. And no good. There's 21 seconds left to play in the fourth. 3-pointer Sharp. The 3 won't fall. Edwards against Simons. Avdia outside. Over Randall. And it's in. And that one brings them within 1. And so it's Minnesota who scrapes by with a win. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to